This is everything you need to know about Rainbow Six Siege year 11 through year 12. So this is going to be a video. I'm an Ubisoft content creator. So thank you, Ubisoft, for providing the content for me. But there's going to be some videos that are not necessarily sneak peeks, but they are internal documents, like internal videos that they recorded to show off updates and balancing changes and things like that. So we're gonna go over that for the year 11, season 1, season 2, season 3, season 4. This is a podcast called Siege 365. For those of you who are new here, we talk about the past, the present, and the future of Rainbow Six Siege. It's a regular podcast. We aim to cover all year long on a seasonal basis, regular basis, to create excitement, express gratitude, and share nostalgia. We document the changes made in the game from a player perspective, and we report on game development and events made by fans for fans. But with that said, I am an Ubisoft content creator, and they do send me like surveys and like, hey, what are things that we should do in it to improve the game. I've been I was in the closed beta, the closed alpha, open beta. I was the year 1 player, and I do test server regularly, so I'll be playing this game actually tomorrow. So today is February 16th, 2026. Yesterday was Six Invitational. Spoiler alert for those of you who haven't seen Six Invitational, but Ubisoft, or excuse me, FaZe Clan won Six Invitational. So congratulations, FaZe Clan. And Joshua Mills is the new director of the game, which is awesome. So congratulations, Joshua Mills. But let's get started. This is going to be episode 19. So it is currently year 10, season 4. And we just had the Thatcher rework. This is going to go over everything going forward. So before we start, they wanted to announce or talk about player protection for year 11. So going forward, they announced a couple of things. And they had a video that they talked about all of this, and it's kind of long, but pretty much a summary is they're going to be banning people who are using Zim on console. They're banning people who use Cronus, anybody who uses strike packs. I'm trying to think of all the things that they're banning for now. Macros on console or on PC. They're introducing native keyboard and mouse support, so if you use anything that gets mouse trapped, you will get banned. They're introducing secure boot. So secure boot makes running cheats harder. They're gonna punish people who like elo trap, and they're going to be anybody who like does dodging match cancellation to stack their wins intentionally. They're gonna get losses instead of just match cancellation. They're introducing 16 report categories, so instead of it being like cheating, toxicity, that's pretty much it, or voice or text, there's gonna be 16 categories that you can report people for now. Boosting, if you play with cheaters to get a higher rank than you actually are, you're going to be banned as well. And then if you intentionally disrupt lower lobbies by smurfing, they've talked about, I don't know if they've officially said they're going to ban those people, but I think they said they're going to be targeting those people for smurfing, and they have a high probability of triggering their anti-cheat anyway. So they talked about that as well. So match cancellation, secure boot, macros, all that stuff. They're just going to straight ban people now instead of moving them into PC lobbies like they've done in the past. They've just worked with Microsoft and Sony to fix the issues with recoil, and they studied. I guess they studied what's it called, Pro League player recoil, as well as high like champ elo recoil patterns, and they've collected that data on people, and they know like who's cheating with a macro and who's not. So with that said, looking good. And the season's been pretty good leading up to Six Invitational as well. There hasn't been like a ton. There's been cheaters, but they've been getting banned, and there's been rollback. Me personally, anyway. And I play like Diamond 5, Diamond 4 Elo. My peak's Diamond 2. But yeah. They've introduced also a new seasonal cadence. So they're going to be updating the game every 3 weeks. So my head's kind of in the way here. You've got seasonal features, balancing updates, map rotations. They're going to have something called targeted map updates. They're introducing a legends division in a couple of seasons, balancing things like that. They're going to also rotate maps through the ranked pool, because a lot of times people they get bored, right? It's the same maps over and over again. People tend to ban like Emerald Plains, and they ban Lair, and they ban all the new maps, right? Um, and then they just play Coastline over and over again. They play Oregon over and over again, Border over and over again. And so they're going to be rotating maps in and out. So then that way people have a little bit of variety and they learn the maps instead of just banning them all the time. So that's good. And then they're going to have endgame events as well. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the year roadmap, year 11 roadmap as well for season 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is the entire year, how everything you're going to get. But the first season, we'll go forward in time. In the presentation that they did, they went backwards. But the new operator is going to be Solid Snake from Metal Gear Solid, which is awesome. So he has his secondary pistol there. It's going to be a new weapon in the game. I don't think we know how it's going to handle until tomorrow when the test server drops. But they're introducing a bunch of new content. Let me just show you Solid Snake real quick. This is a video that they gave me. So if you see here, and I'll kind of rewind and stuff, he has a radar. I forget what it's called. It's like Solitron radar or something like that. But this radar has a mini map, so you can see the wall. He has the F2 that Twitch has with the vertical grip now. So they added the vertical grip into the game, so it's better recoil management. Kind of like year one, honestly. It's awesome. And then you see this, what's it called? If you look at his, if you can see my mouse, bottom right corner, you have all of these secondary gadgets here. He has one flashbang, but he can cycle when he gets a kill. So he killed Vigil here. He can cycle through and choose what secondary he wants to pick up. Scavenge. He's a scavenger, which is very cool. So he grabbed the nade there. This is what it looks like when someone's nearby. So it says alert. And then you have your classic Metal Gear Solid sound when you scan somebody. I don't know if you guys heard that. Listen, it's kind of cool. Yeah, so I put the volume up. I'm trying to listen to that again. He gets 5 of these scans. Oops. So here, you've got 3 enemies. He knows somebody's going to be bottom of mezzanine stairs. They're looking towards medical. You have somebody CEO desk looking at mezzanine, and then you have a yellow camera here that's watching him, as well as somebody. It looks like in this, I forget this room's called Armory. I'm going to say, or yeah, I think it's Armory or server, and they're looking towards Armory. So they're in server looking towards Armory almost. So that's a lot of information, and that seems really big. They might need to dial that back a little bit because that's a lot of map control and map space to get. And he has 5 of these, so I expect them to be strong when he comes out. This is kind of a return to the old school release development philosophy that they did in the past. It used to be that they would launch a really strong operator, and then they would launch a really strong operator, so then everybody gets excited and buys it. And then once they realize that it's kind of strong, they nerf it. So I expect them to adjust it before the season comes out, but we'll see. But that's pretty much it. This is the F2. It has pretty good recoil. So yeah, very cool. They're going to be introducing 1v1 and 3v3 arcades. For next season, it's going to be 1v1 arcade. This popped up on my. I screenshot it a while back. Let me see if I can get out of the way again. I screenshot this a while back, and it was in my game itself. It didn't get announced, but it says April 16th through the 30th for Operation Silent Hunt. So that's going to be when the arcade is, and if it's received well and people are excited about it, they're going to try to come out with a ranked mode for 1v1 and 3v3s. Which I think is good for the community. There's a large group of people who like 1v1s and 3v3s. It's not my style. I'm more of a 5v5 guy, but very cool. So they're going to be balancing Scopos. So if you see here, her shells or her robots are going to be able to switch much faster, which is good. And the cooldown's faster too. She also, this was something that my buddy Cody and I, we gave feedback to Ubisoft for this. We thought it was weird that Irene had a robot arm, but the robots in the game don't have this punch ability. So they're bringing it to Scopos. If this is good or if it's bad, sorry, but that should be a good counter to Raura if it gets too strong. But pretty cool. Flores is getting Ying's LMG. So if you see in the bottom right corner, he has like 80 bullets, 81 I think. Yeah, 81 bullets. So it's an LMG. He'll have access to an LMG. He has the access to a DMR right now, and he'll also have access to an AR, the AR-33 as well. So it's going to be a very ubiquitous, universal operator in the next upcoming season. Let's see, the F2, we talked about this already, but this is just going to show you the, I call it the FAMAS, but the F2 is gonna have a vertical grip, so it has much better recoil. Reloading! So much easier to manage. I think we're gonna see a return to form to Twitch. That gun's gonna be great. And it has an ACOG on it too, so that's gonna be a lot of fun. The ballistic shields. So ballistic shields will no longer just be able to vault through a barricade. So this makes barricades more reliable, right? Because I'm going to scout. Yeah, they're there for a reason, right? They're there to kind of slow down the attackers and to make noise and give you information. And they've been kind of unreliable the last few seasons because they introduced like the vault animation where you can go through it. That was to improve rushing, but this next season they're going to be focusing on like rushing, entry, and roaming. The observation blockers, this is kind of cool. Look how fast they are. So they're only a second now to deploy. Boop, boop, done. Look how fast that was.
5, Op 4 found a bomb.
1 second. Bop. Done. Awesome. So you don't have to wait forever to set up site. Yin Candelas. So Yin Candelas are going to last longer now. So if you see here, you have a really long hallway from here to 90, or you know where the camera is if you're fairly new. So now you can ying it, and you can push down the hallway because you don't have to, you're much safer. They're more reliable, right?
You have dropped the diffuser.
So that's very cool. Alibi Prismas. This is kind of I watched this video already, and it was a little bit hard to understand because somebody was using the communication wheel to ping, but pretty much you get an extra ping on Alibi. Whoops. So that's going on. Eligrismont mines next season will be huge. They're going to last forever. They last, I think, 9 seconds now. So they 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, 1,000, 5, 1,000, 6, 1,000, 7, 1,000, 8, 1,000, 9. Yeah, 9 seconds. Look how long these last. Wow. So you rush in. They're really trying to fix people who just take map control really fast and punish you for hitting a Grismont mine. So that's interesting. At the same time, Amaru gets an extra hook. Not that I think this doesn't really make that big of a difference, but if you see here, bottom right corner, she has 5 slingshots. I don't know many people who zip around the map 5 times, but it just stops you from being limited. Not that big of a deal, so I don't see many people complaining about that. Good change. And then they're going to be modernizing Oregon, Villa, and Coastline. So these are some beauty shots. We'll just watch it together as a family. I'll try to point out a couple things. This video I think is 1080p. Sorry. So, but it's, you know, you can have it in 4K if you'd like. Eventually, the gameplay itself. But look how beautiful. Look at the shadowing in that, though. That looks fantastic. The reflections, the shadows, the wood down below on the ground. You can actually kind of see the fireplace like glow. So they're improving the graphics on this game, even though it's, you know, a 11-year-old game. They're updating it and modernizing it, which is great. I love the reflections on that painting. So that's Villa. There's also Oregon. Oregon looks a little bit more foggy, so they introduced a little bit more fog to this map. Some steam. It feels a little bit more interactive where you have like spinning blades, spinning fans. You have like bugs in the where the lamp is. Bugs crawling around on the ground. Humidification. Humidifying, I don't know. Just like dust, I guess. Dust and dirt. Improved lighting. Very cool. This lamp I've never even really noticed in kids before. Big window. So that's kind of cool. I mean, I'm sure it's there now, but definitely pops more. So that's neat. Here's Coastline. Coastline's a fan favorite. I personally hate this map because I feel like it's a small map and there's too many angles, and I feel like it should be reworked, not just modernized. But a lot of people like it because it's easy to learn, and you can frag out. You don't have to worry about hard breach so much. Look at this. Look at the blue hue on the couch, and the mini fridge lights as well. The reflection on the wood. The reflection on the panels on the left side. Very cool. Sunrise looks amazing. And look at the reflection on the pool. That's so cool. I wonder, I mean, I'm sure when you walk across, you'll have a reflection too. So that water, even though it's like damp, it's very unique. And then this is they're gonna have their sunsetting dual front. A lot of the content and a lot of the technology that came into the new game came from dual front. So if you're a developer and you worked on it, thank you. But I guess not a lot of people, they wanted to focus on their core identity, like core Siege, and they're gonna have a final assignment when you go to play it this season. All the rewards from the past from playing it, you can get them all. So you can get all the headgear for Solus, you can get the uniform and headgear for Zero. I don't really know all the other rewards that they got, but they would give you skins in the game for playing Dual Front, and you can get them all just by playing the Dual Front this next season. All the operators are going to be unlocked as well, which is going to be cool. That were allowed in Dual Front, so there's no like rotating operators. You can just kind of play around. And they updated the neutral sector
and countermeasures.
the neutral assignment. So if you see here,
Sectors are being destabilized.
I don't know if you guys know about Dual Front. I liked it. I played it. It was a cool event.
Your assignment has been.
But they would do things in there to kind of experiment with most of the events. So, for example, when Outbreak came out a long time ago, Outbreak had these big juggernaut zombies, and they would like charge you, and they had knockback effect. Later on used that to come out with air jabs for Nomad, as well as orcs. So this is I think of Dual Front as kind of being like an event, and I think they're experimenting with automatic cameras, so it's going to be probably a new operator in the future, or some type of new functionality where you have these cameras up here that automatically ping you. But it's only in Dual Front right now, so you can go and play around with it.
Good luck.
So if you see here, trying to see, it says pinged by automated camera. So I think in the future they're going to try to experiment with that in the game. Or they're experimenting now. I think they might come up with it.
Friendly drone deployed on you. Your ally has deployed a drone at your location.
This is playing as Solid Snake. A lot of whoops. Anyway, that's pretty cool. I'm the worst at this. Sorry, I'm just trying to pause it. And then they have a key card, so you pick up the key card and you I guess it's kind of like diffusing. Or you go to, let's see, there's D and F here, so I guess it's secure area with the key card. I don't know, but go play around with it, experiment. Some key card. You have to have a key card in order to hack, essentially, and then the camera will ping you once you're there. Okay, that makes sense. So very cool. A lot of stuff going on all at once, and a little hard to watch or to understand if you're new. But one thing I want to point out: there's the new operator icon for Snake. So Solid Snake has the exclamation point for his icon. So very cool. And then they're gonna have events. There's gonna be 2 events every single season, for a total of 8 events. For season 1, they're gonna have Redacted, which is a a Metal Gear Solid themed event. They didn't provide me any content for that, so if you guys can find that on the internet anywhere, I'd just look up Redacted gameplay on YouTube. There's probably a couple content creators who had early access. I just got videos sent to me, so but I didn't get anything for Redacted, which is cool. So so sorry about that. But they are also going to have, for April Fools, Rainbow's Magic, which is a fan favorite, for season 1. And then I got an email. This is actually my personal email they sent me. And I thought this was interesting. So for next season and going forward, or for the next year, they're going to give you event packs. So I will get 8 event packs for Redacted, and I will get 8 event packs for Rainbow's Magic. I don't have to pay anything extra for it, which is cool. Just get free skins, or not free skins, you're paying for your membership, right? So they're just giving you skins for the events. But then something is really interesting. If you look at here, it says 12 exclusive operator bundles. So that means they're going to give 1 bundle delivered every single month, completing a 3-step evolution collection after 3 months. It's delivered monthly on your renewal date. So you will get kind of like a Pokemon, right? It evolves, right? So there's a 3-step process. You get a skin. It's a complete bundle. So it's a headgear, I'm assuming, a uniform, a gun skin, a charm, and then the first month that you have your membership, I just pay it annually because I play this game all year long. But for people who play monthly, it's like an incentive to keep your membership going. Your first month of your membership, you get this bundle. It's like, oh, here's a free skin, or here's a, not free skin, I keep saying that. Here's a skin for your membership. Thank you for being a player. If you renew it, it will get cooler and it evolves. So then it becomes from a rare to like a legendary skin in rarity, and it looks cooler, right? So it'll be like 3D. And then this is what I'm just speculating, but this is kind of what the email says. And then for if you renew it for the rest of the season, the 3rd month, because the season's 3 months, the 3rd month, it becomes like mythical, and it has like an animations to it. So then your uniform, your headgear moves, you have special animation skin, like weapon inspect, or like your things are 3D and they pop and they move around and stuff. So that's gonna be cool. They have a like a I guess it's like a Pokemon evolution to your skins. Um, so this is everything they're doing for this first season. They also announced new Black Ice. If you see in the top right corner, so that's going to be, I guess you get 2 of those in the battle pass or something like that. They did a pack opening. I would go back and watch, if you're watching this, go back and watch the reveal as well. They'll talk about that. But that's sneak peeks on balancing updates, and the new operator, shield guard regular updates. Oh, I've heard this is through the grapevine. I don't know if it's official or whatever, but I've heard that they're going to remove Oregon from ranked, and they're going to put in the new map. I don't know when, if that's this season or if it's when they come out with next season, like the season 2. So we'll talk about that, but they're going to be rotating maps so then people get less bored. But yeah, season 2, they're going to be remastering Dokkaebi. If you see here in this picture, she's got a new AR, so she'll have access to the shotgun. Excuse me, I forget the shotgun. It's a 2-shot Boss G. She has access to the Boss G. She has access to the DMR, and she has access to an AR starting season 2. She'll also be reworked so she's less global, but she'll be more specific and targeted. She'll target people, and I think she'll have a little bit more abilities, but I can't confirm that either. I don't know. I just off of a screenshot that I saw, I think she'll have more things, and I'll talk about that in a second. But they're going to have that new weapon, new map. They are coming out with keyboard and mouse support on season 2. New esports tab. They're going to have trial operators, which is something that they didn't really talk about, but it sounds like they're going to come out with operators more often and trial them so you can play around in testing grounds. So that's going to be exciting. And then they're modernizing 3 maps and a couple of events. So this is what Dokkaebi's screen will look like. It's a work in progress, but if you see here on the right side, it looks like there's the traditional Doki call, but then there's also a camera icon. I don't know what that is. That must be hacking the camera, right? She can already do that. And then what's this? I kind of want to use, let's see, let's search this. JEGEO Korean. Wisdom. No, I don't know. Sorry, I am doing this on the fly. There's a Korean game similar to Hacky Sack or Shuttlecock where players kick a feathered object. I don't know if that's right. I don't know. If anybody who speaks Korean or understands this or wants to translate it, this is everything. You can screenshot this. There's a couple of Korean things here, but it looks like there's a button here, button here, button here. And then on the left side, you get to select your operator, just similar to what's his name, Deimos. So you can track people, but this one's not tracking. This is calling and doing other things to them, like to bug them. But one thing that's interesting, if somebody wants to translate this for me, the top left corner, it says 12. There's no way she gets 12 12 things, right? 12 interactions. And then there's one thing that looks like it's like a global ability or Wi-Fi. So that's probably like one global, ability, and then 12 individual icons. So she can like call somebody, make their screens flash, I think is what this is, and then or she can see their camera or hack her camera. Boom, boom, boom. And then when she hacks a camera, it's probably just like, instead of a global ability and it hacks all cameras, it's probably just like one camera. That might make more sense, but we'll see. It's a work in progress. They haven't really announced anything there. They did announce ranked 3.0. So your skill and your rank that's shown is going to be the same. So there's no more hidden MMR. They're going to show you your MMR. It's kind of a return to, it's not quite a return to 1.0 because I think they're still going to have skill initialization. I think they're still going to have, I I forget what they call it, Phantom Player. I think they'll still have Phantom Player. I think they're still going to slightly adjust your matchmaking based off of the highest ranked player. I don't think they're gonna have. They haven't announced skill decay yet. That's something that they've had in the past. Not really a skill decay, but in the past, like year one, if you didn't play the game, other people would actually like rank up above you, and your rank would go down because you're not playing the game. And I think I can see them doing something like, hey, like it will slowly decay to bottom out. But I know for a fact they're probably going to. I shouldn't say that. Who knows what they're doing? But I bet you 3.0 will have rank demotion shield as well. So like if you lose, once you hit 0, it stops for 1 round at least, or 1 game. So I think they're going to continue to have that. That's why they're calling it 3.0 instead of 1.0, because it'll have skill initialization, Phantom Player. It'll also have demotion shield, and they also announced that they're introducing Champ 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and a new rank called I don't know if it's here, but Legends. And I don't think it's coming out this season. It'll come out in the future season, but they're gonna have a Legends top 100 for top 100 champs essentially. And then this is the new map they're coming out with. So this is called Casino. I actually saw this probably like 3 months ago, leaked online. You could find that as well. But this is sent by Ubisoft, official like announcement. So if you see here, we'll just kind of look at this. You got slot machines, cool pillars. You've got a roulette table, jukebox. That's fun. I know they had blackjack tables. Look at this. They have a little aquarium. They have CCTV. And they have a huge like hot tub area. Oh, the hot tub's not. It's kind of, you can kind of see it here, but they have like multiple hot tubs, like a party area outside, and then it's kind of Aztec themed. So very cool. Whoops. Again, I'm terrible at showing this off, but there you go. There's a couple hot tubs. There's the pool deck. There's a crane, helipad. So you have a couple of entry areas, it looks like, but it's going to be a beautiful map. I'm excited for it. It's still probably a work in progress, but that comes out season 2. This is the render of the new gun, the AR. Yeah, I don't know anything about it. Mousetrap they're going to be introducing, or Mousetrap native keyboard and mouse support they're going to be introducing season 2. And then they're reworking the esports tab so you can track individual player statistics. One thing I noticed that I like at the bottom here, let me get out of the way. It says planting. Woo! I love that because I have probably like a 1 in 5 plant rate for rounds that I play, and there's only 4 rounds on attack, or if you 4-0 people, or 3 rounds on attack if you 4-0 people. So my plant rate's actually pretty high. So I'm excited about that. Hopefully they bring that to the game as well. For ranked, the events, there's going to be 2 events. There's going to be Rengoku and Mute Protocol. So we're going to bring that back to season 2. And then season 3 comes out, and this is my favorite season. This is a season that I have not worked on, but I talked to them about. And there's 2 things on here that Ubisoft did that I brought up during my content creator workshops, or my Qualtrics surveys that they send me. But I'll talk about that, which ones were my ideas, which I'm excited about. But this is when they come out with Legend Division, which is top 100 champ, and this is solo queue only, so you have to know how to play with other randoms who are top 100. So it's exclusive probably to the Pro League players is kind of what's gonna happen, but you could probably get in there if you are if you're a champ and you're good enough. They'll play with you. But I'm thinking that it's gonna be kind of a walled garden, but you have to have secure boot to play, and they actively monitor the I don't have it on here, so I apologize. They actively monitor the leaderboard, so when they find a cheater, they just kick them out. And it's actively monitored manually. So that's cool. Shield Guard, which I mentioned, is secure boot. And then this is an example of the targeted, not remasters or remakes, but just targeted changes that they're going to be making in the game. So this is Villa. This is their first map they're going to enter. They're going to visit, and they're going to have a bomb site in the basement because it's not used a whole lot. It used to be back in the day. There was a bomb site down there, I think, but they're bringing it back, and they're reworking it where the garage door is closed and there's a hatch. They're moving a hatch out of the living room, I think is what it's called. Yeah, living room, into the hallway of 90. So, or the vine or plants or whatever underneath the skylight. So that's cool. The 3v3, let's see. 3v3 arcade. Okay, so 1v1 arcade season 1, 3v3 is season 3. And then again, if it's popular enough, it'll become ranked mode. This is okay. So this is just something that I came up with AI. So ignore the picture, but this is something that I've told them that they need to do. Is there's so many different drones in the game, and one of the most exciting things about Siege is when you're like in prep phase and you're driving your drone and someone's chasing your drone, they're trying to shoot it, and you get it through a drone hole and you zoom and you get through real fast. That's the fun feeling that you get. It's like your heart's pounding and you finally get through and it survives. You're like, yes, So I wanted them to capture that by making kind of like a Mario Kart style drone racing event. Or I told them they should do kind of like Twisted Metal, where you have like, it's like an octagon or something, or like a mode where you have all your abilities like Twitch drones and they zap and they're trying to shoot each other. Or you have Flores drones and they blow up. And you can have Brava drones in there as well, Echo drones, all these different things. But just have like a drone mode, like for an arcade, just for fun. That's either kind of like Mario Kart and it has like these power ups and you pick them up and they boost and this and that, or Twisted Metal style where they like fight each other. But we'll see what it comes out with. This is just AI being stupid, but that's something that I actually told them about in the Qualtrics surveys during my content creator workshop that they send out regularly. And then the second event is Doctor's Curse. So fun fact, the reason why I like this season so much is Doctor's Curse, you're I forget when it originally came out, but like year 1 or 2, I wrote them like a 2-page letter on, I think it was just Facebook, honestly, on social media. And I was like, hey, we need an amusement park. I play a lot of Uncharted 2 and Uncharted 2 and Uncharted 3. I think Uncharted 3. Uncharted 2 for sure has maps that move. And it's really cool because you'll be standing on a train and the train like wobbles and stuff, and you have your gun and you're trying to aim at somebody and get a kill, and it messes with your aim, and it's a lot of fun. I don't know. I think Gears of War does stuff like that as well, where you have movement in the maps. And I told them it would be so cool if they had a map where you had like an amusement park, where you had a tilt-a-whirl, or you had a all these rides, and it's like moving and you're trying to like have a gunfight and it's like people are standing on there or something's moving in the way and it's like, and you missed your shot and you hop on and then you move and you coast around. And I thought that would be the coolest thing. So I was like, we need an amusement park map, and then you could have a Hall of Mirrors. And I don't know if they did this, but I think they had a section called Hall of Mirrors or something like that, but it was in the basement. It's long gone now, but the idea was that you would have these gunfights in a mirrored room, and you would see somebody, you shoot it, and it's like a reflection of them around a corner, and you shoot it, and the glass cracks, and it's like, oh, that's not them. Let's find, and then everyone goes there, trying to shoot each other and have these gunfights in these mirrored rooms, and glass is shattering everywhere, and it didn't really work out. But they came out with a map called Theme Park, and some people hate it. A lot of people hate it. They reworked it a while back, but they one of the events that I was like, you should do this, was hide and seek mode. I was like, you could do hide and seek. So for Halloween, they came out with a Crimson Veil. It was the first one, and after that, they started doing Doctor's Curse, which is a little bit different, but the idea is that it's like a hide and seek on Theme Park for a while, but now they did it on Clubhouse, so it's changed names and it's evolved over time. And I don't know, it's kind of a staple in the the game now around Halloween time. And you know, I like Halloween. It's one of my favorite holidays. Um, so the reason why I'm so excited about season 3 is like this is something that I talked to them about, and they're supposedly doing. I don't know anything about it. And then this is something that they did, which I talked to them about. I didn't know anything about it really, but they like I didn't obviously like develop code, but it was like an idea that I came up with, and they followed through. So that's pretty exciting. My buddy, we have a podcast, or this podcast. Last season, my last season, my friend Tengri was talking about adding ARs to Dokkaebi, and that actually got put into, which is kind of fun. And then my buddy Cody was talking about he wanted a long time ago he wanted to be able to vote to you could vote to kick people, and he was like, why can't you vote to commend people? And they make a good clutch, and you're like, and then you give them dopamine right then and there, like, hey, thanks for being a good teammate. So they vote for a good teammate, and they that's when they introduced commendations. But then it it kind of went overboard, and now they have a reputation system, and some people get frustrated with it. But it's kind of funny how that works. But it's kind of fun. Anyway, season four is going to be a final remaster. So we don't know what that means. I don't know what that means when it says it's a final remaster. Does that mean that it's a remaster that's been happened once and they're revisiting it, such as a Tachanka rework a second time? Or does it mean they're not going to be doing remasters anymore in the future? So we don't know really what that means. It just says final remaster. They have a new weapon. We don't know anything about the weapon. But one thing that they are going to be doing is revisiting Hostage and trying to make it more competitively viable. So it was in the game the first year or two, I think, for ranked, and then they took it out because they're like, that's not competitive, because of XYZ. So then looking at bringing that back, this is something else that I kind of told them that skins are cool and all, but they need to make it where it's like my skin is cool because I've earned it, not because, and I'm a good player, not because I pulled out a credit card and swiped and bought something. So this is going to be something where you earn badges, you earn operator cards, skins, stuff like that. And I think they're also going to have these, where's the secret files? I think those are operator videos, because in the past they came out with operator videos and then they kind of gave up on it when they came out with new operators. There's just a lot of resource and talent and stuff that comes out with it. I think they might be introduced. That's what the secret files are. You unlock cool content and video and lore for the operator, and it's exciting. So we'll see how that works out. And then this is the new social hub they're going to come out with in season 4. You can see people across PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. You can invite them and things like that. And you can also do an invite code, so you don't have to like commit to being a friend with them. You can just, yeah, let's play a couple games, and then from there you can decide if you want to be friends with them. So that's cool. And then the testing grounds that they're working on is half reinforcements. This is something that I've known. I thought they tested this in test server a long time ago, but I guess not. But half wall reinforcements, so you can have kind of like a shield in front and be able to pop up and shoot people, or put it like a mirror there and vault over the mirror. Or on this side, I'd probably put it on the left side so you can bandit trick, but then also swing up if you need. And then this is a new secondary gadget drone that they're working on. We don't know much about it, but if you look at the left side, it looks like a shield, kind of like a blitz shield, or a, God, I hope it's not like a blitz shield, or like a mirror, right? I think it's just bulletproof. So like you go to shoot, and instead of you just shooting the drone and it's dead right off rip, it's like pop, pop, pop. You have to use an explosive, like an impact grenade, to destroy it. That's what I think. But it also has these like yellow handles, and the yellow handles looks like it pops up, and then maybe that's just because it's heavy, and then you drop it down. I don't know. What do you guys think? But it's a yellow handle. It drops down and then it extends out, and you have a shield here. So the shield, these are the classic cameras that you see on regular drones, and this is like a mirror with a light. Hopefully it's not a flash. That would be funny. But But I'm thinking it's a bulletproof drone that's slow, and you have to use an impact or a C4 to get rid of it. But we'll see. And then the two events they're going to have for season 4 is Grand Larceny. This is where you can then they get rid of the metal bars, and you can shoot these, what are they called, safes down all the way to the ground and crush people and and then unlock them and stuff like that. It's kind of fun. And then the last one, this is again during wintertime next year. They're gonna have Freeze for All. So with that said, there's the entire year of year 11, season 1, 2, 3, 4, with some sneak peeks for the balancing on and the maps for season 1. They announced they're going to have Salt Lake City Major, Japan Major, 6 Invitational, as well as I think the EWC, which is like the Saudi, controversial. I think some people don't like it, but it's going to be part of the Rainbow Six Siege circuit. That's going to be in here as well. If you win that, you qualify for 6 Invitational. If you win Japan Major and Salt Lake City, I'm pretty sure you qualify for that as well. But yeah, and then for season 12, they're returning to form. Not really form, because form was two to three operators per season, but they're going to be doing one operator every single season for year 12. So that's exciting. They're improving content. They're kind of streamlining the mission of core Siege, returning to the fundamentals of the game, and instead of nerfing all the time, they're supposedly going to be buffing more often, which is great. So the design philosophy in the game has changed, the content philosophy in the game has changed, and yeah, so that's year 11 through 12, and this is the test server launches tomorrow. Today's the 16th. Tomorrow's February 17th, Tuesday. You can get on there and download it if you're on PC. But yeah, thank you for watching and listening to Siege 365, where we talk about the past, present, and future of Rainbow Six Siege. Tune in next time where we talk about the implementation of Season 1, Solid Snake, how the meta is changing every 3 weeks, the upcoming Dokkaebi remaster, Calypso Casino map, the road to Salt Lake City Major. This regular podcast aims to cover Siege all year long on a regular basis to create excitement, express gratitude, and share nostalgia. We document the changes made in game from a player perspective while reporting on game development and events made by fans for fans. Have a good one, everybody. Thanks.